Okay. We are back on the Hunter Classic. Now, this stream, since we are here, I do want to end up working my way to this tower, and from this tower we're going to work our way down. I do know that there's a wide variety of whitetail down in this area, so we might just work our way over here. Like this I think from down here might be even more, probably like down to here, is blacktail and I think elk. So we are going to try to target blacktail, elk, and whitetail if we can. If we do end up coming across a moose, we'll end up taking out the moose. But first things first, let me change out my loadout because I am rocking wrong gear for this. So let's see. We will be using... Okay. So we'll be using the 6.5. No, not the 6.5, my bad. 8x57. And seeing how that turns out. Is that a female? Yep. So we just got our call from a female. I don't even know what time I started at. Yeah. We didn't even do the right time zone, so that's fine. We just rock with this. Actually, this one I want to check because I might have just messed up everything. Okay, we got the deer call and the elk call, so yeah, never mind. We good. I was about to be like tripping. And we had to travel all the way back to get the callers and stuff, but no, we got the right callers and stuff. So it worked out perfect. But what we will be ending up doing is... Let me fix my mic. My mic was a little loud, but let's see. So there's the female. Looks like she's just alone. Is that another female? Yes, it is. Now, I'm not sure if it's the same as the other maps or not. I do know that they reworked elk for Roosevelt elk, so I'm not sure if we're only going to be seeing a lot of females as we try to hunt for a big size one. Hopefully that's not the case, but we're just going to have to see. Because I know males like to travel alone more frequently, so we'll have to see what happens. So I just keep heading down this way and see what we can find. Hopefully we do end up getting a male elk to sound out a call very shortly around here. I am going to switch over to my binoculars if I can. We do have a track right in front of us, so I might pick it up and see what it is. I'm not sure if that's a male or female. Pick up this track and see what we get. 34, that's not bad. Head down this way. I'd love to pick up a male track from an elk, but I don't think we're going to get that. Well, not over here at least. So, because I don't think that this was the same elk we saw back there. I think this might be a different one. It could also be the two females. To be honest, it might actually be. I might actually work myself over to water because we might have like a little more success. I'm not sure if it's their drinking time or not, but if I was an elk, I would definitely be near the water. Well, at least this time, since it's like 8 o'clock. Because with Timbergold, with the Rocky Mountain elk, I'm not sure like how they're programmed, but most of the time I always see them by the, like the edge of like the waterway. So I'm not sure if it's going to be the same with the Roosevelt elk, but we can definitely check that out. Surprised nothing has sent out any calls yet. Another cool thing would be pretty awesome if we did see like an albino. But hey, you never know. Especially when you're playing this map, you never know what you come across. You can come across a lot of things on this map, so pretty interesting what you'll be able to see. Let me just pull out my binoculars and see what that is. Okay, so it's just nothing. So that's pretty cool. Is there any way I can cross over? That might be a crossage. Yes, it is. Sweet. Head over that way, cross over to the other side, and keep working myself going straight. I think the first elk that I see, I am going to end up taking it with my bow. And maybe later on in the video, I will end up taking one with the rifle, but we'll see what happens. I do want to make this video majority on my bow than using my gun, because I do love hunting with the bow, mostly in this game. So I'm probably going to be using that a lot more than I do with my rifle. But yeah. Is there anything down there? I'm not seeing anything. At least not by the river. Guess I'll just keep heading this direction. Looks like we just got a call from a doe. A female whitetail. Not too far from us. Maybe... yeah, that might be actually maybe 1,000 from where we are now. And I at least bring out binoculars? Like, golly. To be honest, do we even have anything in the third spot? No, we don't. Maybe I might just put my binoculars in the third. Oh, I can't. I want to go up to 4? Shoot. Well, I'll put that there, put that there. Okay, so 4 is binoculars now. I gotta remember 4 is binoculars. Surprised we haven't seen that doe yet. I know that doe should be close by. I'm not sure how close she is, but I do know that she should be close by. I also noticed something too. Hold on, where's our options? Let's see if we get any response back from that. Let's walk over here and grab this track. What's on the ground? Looks like, yeah, so there is actually a Roosevelt elk over here. Be pretty nice if we can tell if it's male or female. Looks like it could be a male. I'm going to keep tracking and see what we can find on it. Plus, it would be good for me to track this guy so I can level up my tracking skill. So I think it's just going to work out just perfect for us. I'm not sure what time that elk came through. I think it was like 34 minutes ago. 15 to like 30 or 20. Somewhere around there. Oh shoot, that whitetail scared the jeepers out of me. I didn't even see that. I did see it when it ran off, but when I was standing there, I didn't see it at all. And it does look like this female Roosevelt elk is actually right in front of us. Oh, I just saw something moving down there. I'm not going to lie, I would love to see if there's any big males. But we have yet to come across one. Most of the time that I've been hunting so far in this stream, I've been just seeing the females, so I am just waiting to come across that one big Roosevelt elk. Might actually make my way down to the bottom if I can. I do know that female Roosevelt elk is somewhere in between me. Actually, yeah, she's right there. To be honest, it just looks like it's just her. Because I don't see... Oh, there's another one down there. There's actually one sitting right here. Is that it? Are these just all female? You gotta be kidding me. I mean, I don't even care anymore, to be honest. They're all female. It's not even worth it. Is there anything else nearby? Doesn't look like it. Actually, give me up my map. Let's see where we are. I do want to try working over to that point. There's a whitetail. Man, the majority of animals that I have seen so far here are all female. Like each one of these that I have so far come across are all female. Where is the males? $40 to $70 kg. That's a small female. The fact that I still have it in kgs is wild. I wonder if you can change that. I haven't even checked the settings for that. Is that a bear? No, it's just, okay. It's just a rock. I'm just gonna keep working myself this direction. See what we come across. Oh my goodness. Is that what I think it is? That is a giant blacktail. Oh my goodness. Hold on. We got two massive giant blacktails right here. If I can get close enough, want to see if I can call that guy in because he just looks huge. He is absolutely big. If he gets close enough, I'll definitely end up taking him with the bow. I do want to see if I can get him closer. Man, that is one big blacktail. I got actually two big sized blacktails right here. Man, that is just massive. I want to see if I can get maybe a little closer. No! I spooked him. That's alright. I don't mind tracking. I knew I should have moved closer. These guys get skittish very easy. I should have just ended up taking them with the rifle way back there, but it is what it is. I did want to try to get my bow out in order to take them with the bow, but I just didn't have the distance on them. But that's perfectly fine. Oh man, that sucks. But there goes our whitetail, and that's just a female, so I'm not really worried too much about that. If it was a male, that would have been a different story, but sadly it wasn't. It was just a female. But if these blacktail are just like right over this ridge, I'm just going to end up taking it with the rifle. Because I don't think I'm going to get close enough for the bow. And if I did, I would probably have to be in a tree stand in order to take the shot with the bow. Because blacktail on this game are the one deer that are very skittish to getting close to. And especially on this map, they can see me very easily. So it's very hard getting close to him to get a shot with the bow. Maybe I might have had a shot if I went fully prone, but it would be very difficult. Especially those two blacktail being in a big herd would end up being a disaster. Getting close. But what I am hoping for is that we can finally get eyes back onto them. I'm not sure where they went. I think they might have went this way. Okay, I do end up seeing them. I just got a call from a male moose. I do know that he's in the area too, but I'm not sure where exactly he is. And I hope I don't end up being charged. I do want to try to make my way over here a little more so I can see if those blacktail that we saw are over in that little like corner. Cause why the heck does that moose look weird? The heck? Why does he look white? He looks like a ghost. What the? Is that a different, like, what is that skin? That skin just looks so weird. But I could just be tweaking. Am I seeing this correct? I might. Yeah, that skin is interesting. Okay, but I do want to head back on this track and see where it heads off to. Well, this is confirmed the blacktail in this area are somewhere around here. They're definitely not too far off. The only downside is, where exactly are they? Is the real question. Did they go across? That might be the case too. They could have ended up going across the river. Maybe not. These blacktail must be somewhere here, because I knew for a fact that I definitely should have just used the gun on them blacktail, but it's a pain. It's a pain, I'll tell you. Let's see. The most recent recordings that I have of their tracks are going in this direction. Now we have other blacktail tracks over here going in this direction. Well, I do know that they're in groups, so they might all be moving as a group, which that could indicate the case. Another thing too is that they could just be right over there somewhere. I just can't see them. Oh, we just leveled up our track, so that's good. It does look like they're trotting. Is that a moose? Yep, that's a female moose. Yeah, this area over here is definitely big for blacktail. The only issue is to that is just finding these guys. You still got that male moose down here somewhere? If I get a shot on him, I'll definitely take him with the bow. His fur variation looked pretty weird. Most of the time, the moose that I see on here are brown. That one had like some kind of white on his neck. White variation. His whole body was an albino though. Or it could have just been me because I haven't played this game in so long. That could be also the indication. And I've not hunted this map in a while, so as far as that goes, I don't even know what's on this map. That looks like the whitetail. And keep heading down this way and see what we can find. I'm not even going to lie, I haven't found one good animal yet to even fire at. And it's crazy. This map is very... This is probably one of the most difficult maps that I really struggle on hunting. If I hunted this map very often, I don't think I would have this issue that I am having right now. Well, I definitely will say that this map is probably the most difficult map for me to really hunt on. So we have gone from here, going all the way through. We're actually heading down to the other region down here. I'm actually just fast travel to it. I forgot too is that this area where I am now does have elk coming down through here, so there's two female moose over there. Oh, there's actually a big size whitetail down there. That thing's huge. Is that the only guy? Yeah, if I can, I'm definitely try to get a shot on that guy with the bow, if I can take him. Perfect. Dropped him. Not bad. At least we got our first animal, a pretty nice sized buck. I'm not going to say that he wasn't decent. He was absolutely amazing for his rack size. But I have definitely seen bigger whitetail than this. But I was actually fortunate enough to actually come across him, so I just took the shot. And he went down. He went down just as I wanted it to. So I'm going to head over there, pick him up. To be honest, this actually might be the template of the video. So, let's see. He scored 140, not bad, but also not good, but he's a pretty decent sized buck. Trophy shot. I got the wrong outfit for this, but it's gonna have to do, you know? It's just gonna have to do. Perfect. Not bad. Pretty decent sized buck. I'll probably end up going back through the video and then start editing out some pieces. We'll see if we can come across any more whitetail. Whitetail was not the original like animal that we were going to target for this video. That was going to be the Roosevelt elk, but I'm not having as high of a chance finding them, so I'm just going to hunt anything at this point. If we do end up coming across them, then I'll worry about it when the time comes. But for right now, we're just going to hunt anything that we see. I'm pretty sure that was the doe that spooked, if I'm correct. Yes, it was. Man, she actually got some distance on us. It's not bad though. As long as that doe stays over there, I think we're going to do fine. It doesn't matter if she actually does come close to us. She would just end up spooking it. She'd probably just end up running away, to be honest, if she does end up coming close. Oh, snap. I decided to take that female because we haven't got a female moose in here yet. So I was like, hey, why not? You know, why not get like at least another animal in the video? Because to be honest, majority of the animals that we have seen for the whole video was females. And we're just fortunate enough to come across that buck what wasn't a female. So at least we got a second animal down for the video. It's just female moose, nothing too fancy. But you know, we all gotta start somewhere, so that's the starting point. Well, I'm gonna keep pushing this way and see what we can find. And another thing too is, to be honest, we should actually be seeing a lot of whitetail over here because I do know that there is a lot of male whitetail, usually by the coastal area. But I have not got any calls recently, so it might not be a good sign. Oh, there's actually a buck right there. I'm not sure what else ran. Oh, it's just another doe. Okay, I'm not worried about it then. If it's just a doe, I'm not too concerned for it. But I'm very happy. We got our third animal for the video, so that is good progress that we're making. So far that we haven't gotten in the video is any big deer, or should I say like big animals. But we got some two decent sized, good sized bucks. So I think that's pretty nice. At least so far. This one actually had a pretty wide rack on him. Looks like he got some studs on him. Not bad. That was probably the smallest buck that we shot so far on the stream. Let's see now. The thing too is when I do end up like uploading this, like going back through and editing the video and uploading it, I'm gonna have to change some stuff with the before I upload it, just to make sure I have everything correct. And it's going to be released maybe, I want to try to get the video out by tomorrow, so do the upload tonight, then send it out tomorrow. But yeah, that's definitely the main focus. I still have to go back through getting the template edited and all that, so of course that's going to take some time, but we will be working we'll be working on it after like this video is done with. So which isn't going to be no big issue. I do want to see if I can manage to get like 2 hours on the stream. Like 2, yeah, that's the goal, is to hit in 2 hours. So we have to get something big in like that range. Looks like there's a moose over there. It's just a moose. Not seeing any more whitetail. I'm not gonna lie, I just love sometimes just walking around the map. It's pretty fun. It's relaxing too, so that's also a good factor of the game. That you can see animals, plus like you can just like chill and relax and just look at the scenery. It's pretty nice. Oh, let's see. Is there anything up on that ridge? Looks like there isn't. Let's open up the map and see where we are. I do want to work myself over there now, because we ended up, so we stopped here and we fast traveled. So we left this whole gap open. So I might just work over here. Maybe go to the stand, then work myself downwards and see what we can find. But I think that's the next step for us, is go in that direction. That female moose is just sitting over on that hill ridge. Holy smokes. Maybe we gotta wait a minute. Hold on. Boy, I didn't expect to see one of you guys come through. Does he have like one paddle? I thought I saw like one paddle on him. Hold on. Yeah, he only has one paddle. Oh, let's see. How am I going to do this? Sweet, we got him. I thought that might have missed, but I guess not. I guess it hit vital, so he is dead up on the hill. We'll go over there and check him out. That was actually a pretty big sized moose. But I was not expecting to see a moose on this map with only like one paddle. That's insane. He only had one front paddle? And then he had the full rack, but he only had one front paddle. Actually just sprint over there so we can get over there a little more faster and check him out. But I mean, that's probably going to be the biggest animal that we shot so far in the stream. Actually pretty nice seeing him coming across. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I have seen huge giant moose on this map. Like, I'm talking about like massive moose. But just seeing him coming through, oh my goodness. That was beautiful timing. Get up here and start walking just in case there's something over the hill. I do know that he should be somewhere around here. Can't miss him. That's like another thing with this game, is that I do know like sometimes animals and stuff like that will end up like disappearing and respawning at another location, which I hope they do like address and fix, because it's definitely been an issue. Like, and I've seen it like in other streams too. Besides, like it's been a big concern. Oh snap! Here he is. Does he only have? No, he has both paddles. I only thought he had one. No, but he has both paddles. He's decent size. Oh my goodness. Let's see what he scores. 156. That's not bad. That's not the biggest that I've shot, but that's definitely a decent sized moose. Let's see. Why not? Why not do a trophy shot? We haven't done one yet for a moose. Well, we're in this hunt, so take one off. We got a decent sized one. Might as well. Not a bad size rack either. Pretty decent. Let's see. So, looks like we got him out of the picture. I might keep working this way just to see what comes across on the riverbank, because I think that's the best way to go for us, for at least right now, because I am not seeing anything else up on the hill. Actually, let me see this. So, there has been whitetail, I guess, in this area. About maybe like 80 minutes ago. I'm not sure if it was a female or if it was a male. All I do know is that there has been a whitetail in this area. So, we're going to keep an eye out and see if we come across him or not. I'm not sure how big he is. But if we do end up seeing him, we'll end up shooting him. But for now, I think I might end up crossing right here if I can. It's like a decent shallow place to cross. Maybe I might actually end up working up this hill and see if there's anything downwards from the hill. And we'll go from there. You should just sprint up here. Yeah, I remember last time, like, I think it was like a few years ago that I came on this map. I remember walking up this hill once. This is like one of my favorite hills to walk up on. Because there's just so much ground you can cover over on this hill. It's pretty nice. And you can see anything that comes through. Because you're like so high up in elevation. It makes things easier to hunt when you're up high. And so far I'm not seeing anything down by the riverbank. Might keep pushing forward over here and see if there's anything over on this side. Is there actually anything walking on this bank? Maybe? I don't know. I guess not. Usually I don't see too much deer. Like, sometimes I'll end up seeing deer over here. Walking the shoreline or walking like the bank, but it's usually a rare come by. Holy smokes, that deer scared me for a minute. I thought that might have been a non-typical, but nope. It's just a normal whitetail. Not a bad sized rack either. It's actually a pretty decent sized rack. I'm wondering if we can end up calling him in, maybe getting him near the hill for a decent shot. I do want to see if I can take him with the bow. Doesn't look like he's interested, so I might just blast him with the rifle. Maybe. Oh no, he's coming. He's coming back. I think that's a smaller sized buck over there. Not a bad size, but he's pretty small. I mean, this size buck is pretty decent. He actually has like a nice wide span on him. So far, we got two pretty good looking bucks. I want to end up seeing if I can take him with the bow. I do want him to get a little more closer. Oh, Oh shoot, I forgot Sun Eliminator. I think I messed up. I think I messed up. No. I think that's okay. You know, they're decent, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. That rack was, it was alright. It was alright. Now I'm kind of curious. Did I actually mess up? Because I was like, I was sitting here for a minute, then I just look at him in binoculars, and he's over there just resting. Maybe not. Maybe not. You might have actually got him, to be honest. Because like everything that I thought I had right, it just seemed like there's no way that could have not have hit lungs. It must have hit like maybe a vital organ. I don't know if it hit lungs or not. I'm pretty sure it might have not. Okay, yeah, he is dead. What I will say, not a bad sized buck though. Not a bad sized buck at all. I'll definitely take that. I love his rack. Pretty good sized rack. So we did hit vitals. 118. I don't get why he went that far, but nice vital shot. Resume the game. I don't want to take a screenshot of that because he was pretty small and I don't think he looked all that good. But he was a pretty decent sized buck, I'll say that. I do want to go over here and check out this buck that I saw, because he did look pretty decent. We did spot him with the other buck, but I didn't really get a good look to actually get the full view of him. Like I think we only got like one side of him, and that was part of his rack. So and like I was saying before, going back to all that, Like, hunting in here is very challenging. This buck is a pretty small buck. He's not very big. Do want to see if I can manage to get to this tree right here. Good shot, right at the right distance. He just dropped right down. That was perfect. I love how like that all went planned out for me. That was beautiful. Beautiful execution right there. At that range. Like, I do know since I was playing like a few weeks ago that when I was using the compound bow, I was off on my shots, and I kind of been working on my shots when I was off stream, trying to get back on angle of my distance, and I think I've got to a point where I feel comfortable at shooting at, and everything's going good now. Like with my bow and how I've been aiming, it's just been right on. And that's what I love seeing about this game, is that some of your shots might not do well compared to like other shots that you take your time on. I mean, this game relies a lot on taking your time, picking your shots, and executing them. Like, just look where this arrow hit. Perfect. At the distance I was at. That's insane. Let's see how far he was from us. He was 68.6 meters from us. So he was... That was a very far shot. And I heart shotted him too at that range. That's insane. 68.6 meters. I might actually make a short out of that. Like, I'm gonna have to go through the edits and find it, but that's crazy. That's I mean, I'm lost for words on that. Not a bad sized buck either. He's pretty decent, but I definitely have seen a lot better bucks than that. Like, I've seen absolute monsters on here. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can definitely go find another buck to shoot. That one was not bad, but I want to see if I can definitely get a bigger one than that. See what I come across. I mean, the biggest animal so far is still the moose. There's nothing that has came close yet to beating that. I can't remember the score on it, but I know we haven't found an animal with a big enough rack to beat that score. So... I may actually move over here to see what's over on this side. I haven't really been watching this side too much. So I do know that there is whitetail a lot of the time that would just be ending up going near the shoreline. For a minute I thought I saw one. think it was just a figment of my imagination right there. But yeah, sometimes I just end up seeing them out here. Doesn't look like there's anything out there though. I might keep pushing down this way and see what we can find. Because we are definitely in the right zone for them. This is one of the zones that they like to be in a lot of the time that you are hunting on this map. Like here, I'll open up my map again and just show you. But usually whitetail will run from anywhere from here all the way down through here. Is usually where they run. But sometimes you find them right down here. But most of the time it's just from right here downwards. And you just cut in. Up here is a lot of blacktail. You can find a lot of elk sometimes up here. But majority of the time you find blacktail up here. You do find some whitetail will be up here too. Like we encountered one actually not too far from where we saw them blacktails earlier. What was probably shoot, I can't even remember where that was. I know it was by a stream. It's probably like somewhere over here by the stream. Then I end up running down here. Okay, let's see. Is there anything out here now? Like any movement? I know there shouldn't be anything over in that direction. Because that's the direction we covered and we just came from. So if we do see anything, it should be coming through this way. Well, there's our first black bear, looks like, and we just got a call from a whitetail? Yeah, no, blacktail. So we are getting close to the range where we're going to be encountering blacktail too, so. How far is that? I'm pretty sure, by the looks of it, I guarantee it's a female. I put like 50 on it, female. No, that might be a male. Yeah. Let's see, if I can get close enough, I'll definitely take it with the bow. I want to at least get maybe 100 on them. I'm not gonna lie, I just hit a little too high on that shot. I knew I aimed a little too high on that. That kind of sucks. But you know, sometimes you might end up encountering these kind of like shots that might end up missing. You can't always think your shots are gonna hit and stuff. But there's a nice size. Looks like a small sized buck. I might actually take him. Is that the female? Get up here a little more. Yeah, he looks pretty small. I did hit that bear. I see the arrow inside him. Yeah. It won't be bad if I can get a correction on them. But the only thing is, I don't think I'm gonna get that, to be honest. Actually, I might be able to get that correction on, to be honest, if I move over there quietly. Looks like there's another black bear down there too by the river. I think I can see it right through the tree line. That was a good shot. Yeah, he's dead. I don't think it's going to count though, since I used the bow plus I used the rifle on him. I don't think it's going to count. But I mean, hey, it's a good shot at least. I think after I grab this bear, I'm going to keep ending up pushing down that way. So far, we're coming across some good things. Nothing big yet, but we're definitely getting some big animals, that's for sure. Would I say any of them are leaderboard scoring? No, definitely no. Just have to run over here, grab this guy. Put this guy up and see what he does. Should be... Oh, it still scored it? Okay. So we scored 19 on him. 19.8, which isn't bad, but it's a pretty decent sized one. 230 kg, not bad. I'm just gonna resume game. I mean, so far, just hunting on this game has been super good. The only thing is, we haven't really targeted any species on this map because we're like right over like everything. So it kind of was like a bummer on that side, but at least we got animals than having a stream without animals, you know. So at least we shot some things. So that's pretty good. Which I'm a person will which I am a person that will take mostly anything I see. So I'm not focusing on one thing. I'm focusing on everything that I can come across on. But I do like them times where I can just focus on one animal. But if I don't get the chance, that's alright too, you know. It's no big deal. I haven't seen any whitetail, but I did hear a blacktail like somewhere over that way. But I think that was like earlier, not recent. We're gonna keep pushing down this way and see what I come across. There is a female though, a female brown bear. No, female black bear, my bad. That is over here somewhere. Yeah, she's right there. As long as she stays over there and I stay over here, I'm perfectly okay with that. I would love to come across another good sized whitetail though. I wouldn't mind that. That's for sure. Or even a good sized moose again. I must say that other moose that we did end up like getting was pretty decent in its scoring. But it's just unfortunate that he was pretty small. I wish he was a little more bigger than that size, but you know, it is what it is. Looks like there's a female moose way over there. Surprised we're not seeing too much blacktail down here. We should be actually entering blacktail territory, so we should be like end up encountering them a lot more now since we're in their zone. We did see some elk, but they're just female, and that was back in the beginning. Oh, there is a male. I didn't see that male. Okay, so, well, I do know that there is a male. And I'm pretty sure he's right on the hill over there. I'm not sure if he's coming this way or not. But we do know that there's a male. There's a male. It's a big male. I'm not sure how big he is. I hope he's big. Because that would be pretty exciting to put in a lodge. We haven't taxidermized anything yet that has been decent size. I would love to taxidermize more stuff for the lodge, that's for sure. But I think there is a female down there. I would love if this moose end up coming down this direction, but it doesn't look like he's coming this way. He might be heading over on the other side of the slope over there, headed down that way. That could be the case. So what I might do is when I get up to the top of this mountain, I'll be able to get a sight on him. See how big he is. And there's our black bear over there. That's our male black bear. I like on this game how you can tell the difference between the male and the female. It's pretty nice. Usually your males on this game will end up being the black, the females being the brown. So it does look like this moose is actually heading this direction. We might be able to get a spot on them. Maybe. Because I'm not even going to lie to you, I wouldn't mind actually getting a spot on this guy just to see how big he is. Because I would love to see how big his antlers are. That's for sure. Oh, he's pretty small. Never mind. I don't even care about him anymore. Yeah, nah, I'm good. Can't wait, good shot on him. He's right over the ridge. Hoping he'll end up coming up this way. That was a pretty good shot. Pretty sure that's a good shot. I'm not too decent if it was or not, but it looked to me like it was, so I'm just gonna say it was. It might have not been, but it is what it is. I don't care. Yeah, I think it was a good shot. Body, maybe? I don't think, maybe? I'm hoping. That's a lot of blood for the body. Sure that was the body? I can't believe that hit the body, but like I said, and I'll say it again, it's pretty hard getting moose like that kind of. Oh, and our moose is right there too. That's actually a pretty big sized moose. I might be able to blast him with the rifle. Or I can probably reposition myself. I think that might have missed him. Definitely see them. He was 500 to something too. 500 kg something. Intestine. That hit intestines? What? Ah, no, you capping. I can't believe that hit intestines. That's insane. What? I mean, I guess we'll take it. You know, well, I'd take any shot that I get on a moose. I don't care. He dead anyway. I can't believe I had him way back there though. That's crazy. Resume. He's only 129, so he's really not even decent size. He's okay, but I prefer my moose bigger than that. Okay, let's see. So we worked ourselves up to here. I might actually make my way over to this next zone. Actually, can I mark it? Oh, no. Probably make our next zone over there and see if anything's there. Maybe go from there. See what happens. I do know that this male whitetail came up this way too. Started running up this direction. Pretty small one. Thought I heard a doe too somewhere. I think it was back there maybe. Or maybe over there somewhere. But I think the farthest shot that we have done so far, well, since this game has been running for, was 68 something with the bow. I don't know if I can get one further than that. I'm gonna try to see if I get like 100. Maybe even further. Oh, I basically already shot 100. Nah, there's a blacktail right there. Looks like it's a doe. Yeah, it's just one doe blacktail. I don't really care too much for it. I'm gonna try to work myself downwards. We did see actually two big giants. Two big giant blacktail when we first started the game, but I lost track of them, so I don't know where they went. But they were absolutely huge. No big giant elk yet, though. I'm pretty shocked on that, but hopefully we do end up coming across one. Actually, what is that way over there? Oh, it's just the trees. Okay, let's see how far we are from our objective. Not too far. But I do tend on encroaching when I get somewhere up here a little more. Probably the worst thing is when I'm hunting inside these woods, it's very hard to like see things. You gotta be very careful when you're in here, especially looking through the trees. I was shocked enough to not see that other male whitetail. I do know that he was coming this direction, so I think that okay, there's the female whitetail, but that's not what we want. I do know the male is somewhere over here. There's the female, there has to be the male nearby. Because I do know that he was trotting in this direction. I just don't know where he is. I might just keep on heading to the water source and see if there's anything at the water source. And if there is, we'll go from there. Do we have any giant bucks? Actually, there is the first buck that I do see, and it's a blacktail. Our first blacktail buck. Well, not our first. This is probably like our third blacktail buck that we have seen so far that since the game has been running. We do have a big sized black bear over there. Was it just one blacktail or were there more? I think it was just one. I think that's the one over there. Wait, maybe? Hold on. Am I missing a buck somewhere? I might just scratch the buck and just take this big, huge black bear instead, because this thing is huge. I think this might be the biggest black bear that I've seen so far that the game has been running. I can simply just track that blacktail. I'm not really too worried about him. So probably just end up waiting. Beautiful shot. He dropped him right on the spot. That was perfect. Yeah, but definitely looking back at that black bear, I think that black bear might score pretty big. He did look like a decent sized one. He definitely looked bigger than the one that we shot earlier. What was like a 19 scoring one? I definitely can't wait to see what this guy scores for. For a minute, I almost got myself jumped for a minute. I thought that was gonna be a blacktail just standing there looking at me. So I'm just gonna walk across this river. We have almost made it 2 hours into the stream. We did get a lot of animals for this stream, which I'm actually kind of happy about. Man, but this is just going to be a long upload for this video. And this thing, let's see what it scores. Let's see. 15. Actually, no, he actually scored less than our other one. 15.0. I'm not going to lie, though. He did look pretty big. But for him, just scoring 15 is pretty low. I thought he might have been able to beat the other one, but I guess not, which that's perfectly fine. I have no issues with it. I mean, like I said before, I'll take what I can get, and we'll just keep moving on. Oh, let's see. Where are we going to head next? I think I might check out this next riverbed over here. Let's see. Can I remove this again and place it right there? Yes, I can. So I think I'm gonna head over in that direction. More likely this blacktail did run off in this direction as well, especially after I just shot. So we might end up seeing him again, and if we do, we'll try end up calling him in and see if he comes in. And try to take him for the bow, because we haven't took a blacktail yet for the stream with the bow. I would like to try and do that before the stream is over, if I can. If I can't, that's okay. But that's definitely on the agenda. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm still shocked that we haven't come across any male elk yet. Well, I will say one thing though, is we did find their bedding, which is the first time that I'm actually seeing this, because I don't remember ever coming across any like bedding inside this game. That's the first time I actually seen that. It's maybe because maybe I just don't track enough animals. That could be the case. But by the looks of it, we do have another male black bear, looks like, down that way. I might actually keep going this direction. Because if I was a deer, I would definitely be going to the water source. I think he's fleeing, so he was here not too long ago, and he ended up running on us. So he might have actually ran in this direction. I know the blacktail wasn't that big when I was looking at it compared to the other ones that I saw when I first started the game. But he definitely was a decent sized one. And he is going into this direction. I mean, he can't be that far. He could also be by the water over there. But I doubt it. This black bear is actually right here, though. I'll tell you that. How big is he? Oh, that's a female. Oh, we got some Roosevelt elk, it looks like, over here. Is that our blacktail? It looks like our male blacktail. I want to see if I can get him with the bow. Why does that thing look giant? Is it just me or am I imagining things right now? Because that thing just looks too big. Yeah, keep talking, you moose. Yeah, I'll show you what's gonna happen in a minute. Yeah, why don't you just stand right out in that water for me? A bad sized moose. I do want to see how big he is, though, that's for sure. He did look pretty huge. Yeah, I'm not worrying about that blacktail anymore. If I find another one, I would definitely try taking it with a bow, but if I don't, it is what it is. You know, hunting blacktail in this game is very difficult because they're so skittish. But I mean, you can hunt them pretty easy with a rifle, but if you're trying to take them with bow, it's a little challenging. But it's not too bad, but it's definitely doable. But you just have to have the patience, and especially if you're in a blind, it's much easier, or say like a stand. You can pretty much easily take them. But also, I think that I'm not using the right color either for him, so that could be the case too. Because, to be honest, that blacktail should have actually responded to the caller and started coming in. Because he was in range, which he didn't respond at all, so I don't think I have the right caller. I really don't. Oh, let's see. Intestines again. You gotta be kidding me. I'm just getting intestines like left and right today. It just isn't my day for at least moose. No, wait a minute. I hold up a minute. I don't think I hit the first one I shot in the intestine. But yeah, he's definitely going to die for sure because just sucks that we hit him there. That's the only thing. Oh, let's see. Where did he go? I should stop running because we are getting close to the water. I don't know if there's anything by the water, so I'm not going to run. But I must say though, this moose was definitely a big size one. But the real question is it going to beat the other moose that we have gotten so far? I know we shouldn't be too far off. Looks like he is still going. He should actually be in the area now. I think he might be right over here. Maybe? Yeah, boy. He don't even know what's about to happen to him. He don't even know what's about to happen. Yeah, boy. Yeah, you just keep walking right there. Nah. Don't stop there now. Just keep on a little more. Man, I love the sound on this 8X57. This thing's a beautiful rifle. Not bad. He had decent antlers, I'd say. But the real question is he going to beat the other moose that we just shot? Let's see. Okay. He might have beat him. I'm not gonna lie. 144. He might have beat the other ones. I think this might be the biggest one. Let me actually just see. Yeah, this might actually be the biggest one that we shot. I don't think, I can't remember their other records on the other ones, but I think they're close to it. But yeah, this definitely might be the biggest one. Oh my goodness, I hate taking photoshops of this thing. I mean, shots of this moose. There we go. It's good enough. It'll work. It will work. 6.5. Bro, I can't. Yo, I can't. Bro, what is up with them teeth? Nah. I'm. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that. Hey, I just don't. Okay, so we made it up here now. I think the next step for us to take is maybe going over in this direction. We have made so much progress on this map, it's been insane. Like, exploring this map has been, like, crazy. Because, like, let me just open this map up. Like, this is how much that we have covered so far on this map. Like, we fast traveled at this point right here. We took a fast travel. We skipped this whole point right here. But from here on, we traveled up all this to the top, to back to the top, and that's crazy. And that's from just walking, like straight walking, not even running, just walking. Yeah, like, and yes, I could have put down a car, but I just didn't. Okay, so we are actually approaching our next riverbed. So let's see if we can manage to get something here. I'm hoping there's blacktail down by the river, but we'll have to end up seeing ourselves. To be honest, this is probably going to be the longest stream that I've done yet for this game. But I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm going to have to go through all this and edit it, and it's going to be a pain. Actually, what is that? It's nothing. How much further do we have to go? Yeah, we gotta go this way. I actually just end up sprinting a little more. Because I don't think there's anything through here. Just so I can just get up here a little faster. Actually, we have a track right here, so I might just see what this is. Looks like we got a black bear somewhere in the area, so we gotta watch out for him. See how big he is. It looks like he is going in the same direction as we are, so we might end up seeing him down by the river. To be honest, he actually might be already down there. I think this was the last area that we left off, like in the beginning of the game, that we did see them huge blacktail at. So I'm hoping that they might be down here. I'm hoping. Like, it's not guaranteed, but I'm hoping they might be down here. Because, like, when this video does end up coming out, like, you guys will be able to see how big they were. But they were big. They were big. I will say that. Oh snap! Blacktail? Blacktail? We doing this right? We doing this? Hey, hold up! Oh my God, ourselves a big deer. Are these going to be the same blacktail that I seen at the beginning though? That's the question. Are these going to be the same? I'm hoping they are the same. I'm crossing my fingers and I'm hoping these are the same ones I seen from the beginning. Because this time I'm going to take them with the rifle if they are. But I'm just hoping these guys are the ones. Let me actually open up something. I want to check something. Okay, so it does check blacktail. Okay. I just had to check and make sure. But I do want to get in a good area so I can just see everything. I'm really, really, really hoping that these are the blacktail I've been tracking from the start. I'm not seeing anything yet. Oh my God. No! That really sucks, you know? Dude. I must say, this was not the one I saw from the start. This is totally a different one. But yeah, it definitely was not the blacktail that we saw from the start. I hear a moose. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's way too far to shoot. It's a little too far. I'm not comfortable in that zone. I'm not even sure where my wind is pointing either. That's the downside of this. There's a big bear over there too. How big is he? Dude, why does that bear look huge? I don't even care about the deer anymore. I want that bear. I just like said, nah, I don't even care about the deer. Nah, forget it. I couldn't give up that bear. That bear just looked too huge. I'm gonna say, to be honest, this is probably like the most hunt that I have done and got a ton of black bear on. Like, we got like 3. I think 3 black bear. It's pretty insane. You see, can I actually just run over here and grab this guy? How big are you going to be? Let me guess. You're going to be like, let's take the estimates. You're going to be, I say like 15. 15. 15. Oh, we're locking in at 15. How? Oh, come on. I don't get this game anymore. 19.3? 19.3? Huh? Oh, hold on. Wasn't that 15 scoring bear heavier than this in weight? I wonder if it was like scoring from the skull. Might have been. Interesting. Not bad. The only thing is, we just spooked everything around us. I wish that blacktail didn't waste my time though. He was stalling too much. I should have brought Sun Eliminator, but I didn't think anything of it. Let's see. Let's head back down to the water and see what we can find. I do know earlier when I was over here there was blacktail, but after that gunshot went off, I think every animal around me in the 500-meter radius is gone. Probably not too far, but they're definitely gone. I'm not gonna lie, hold on, you may check something. Option. Gotta make sure my gamma's up. I don't know why it looks so low. Sit over this way. Or head down this way. Shoot, what is that? Never mind, it's just the twig. Okay, so let me open up my map and see what we're going to do. Because, okay, so we have covered a decent amount of ground, it looks like. From where we started, from where we are now. I might take off the checkpoint. And we might work our way down here. It just, I don't think I really have done too much down in this area. And I haven't done too much over in this area. I haven't even touched this area. I might actually do that instead. Put up my map again. I don't see you can close on me. Open up. Probably work myself over that direction. See what we can come across. I was hoping to get a Roosevelt elk in this stream, but I don't think that's going to happen. Because I want to get at least a male, not no female. But so far, our luck has only been females. We haven't came across a male Roosevelt elk yet, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. You know, this game's RNG is RNG. So what I'm going to do now is keep heading down in this direction and see what we find. We did get a lot of animals in the stream though. That this stream has probably the most animals that we've gotten from our past previous streams. But we have done good so far, which is very successful in the progress. So I do want to see if I continue going this way. I do know that when we first started the game, the Roosevelt elk were somewhere in this hillside over here, working their way down when we first started. So I'm wondering if there might be any Roosevelt elk up in this area, because we haven't explored the upper region. So I'm not sure what we're going to find up there. Actually, let me just check something too. Okay, so yeah. So I think that's the best direction to take. Let's see. I should do some calling, but I don't think there's anything around us. Might actually head over here and check this out. Not seeing too much on the riverbank over there. Is there anything over here? Maybe? I guess not. I was hoping that there might been maybe a blacktail over here, but not even a single thing. Thought maybe I did see something. Oh, snap! Our first male Roosevelt elk. Let's go. I was actually correct. There is actually Roosevelt elk male when we started heading in this direction, so let's see if we can call him in. And maybe manage to get a shot on him. I'm not too sure how big he is. We haven't spotted him yet. But I think it'll be pretty nice if we can get one before the stream's over. Oh my goodness, I love that sound. That sounds amazing. Whenever I hear that sound, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I kind of get excited. Let's see. Can I get my color, please? Thank you. If he does end up coming in, I do want to get in some kind of cover. Man, you are just one mad bull, aren't you? You're just one mad elk. Oh, I thought I just saw him for a minute. I'd be tweaking for a minute. Oh, he a little one. Even that big, I thought he might have been bigger than that, but he's a decent male. He's pretty small, but I'll still take him. Yeah, we're definitely gonna take this guy with the bow. That's for sure. That's why I love bow hunting so much. Hunt these guys. Yeah, keep coming in. Don't stop. I want to see if I can get him right here and maybe take him. Get him right in range. I'm hoping he comes on this side. I really do. There we go. I think that might have been a little low on us. I don't think I did it. Yeah, that just didn't look like a good shot. Oh, I should have aimed a little higher on him. He's still going to die though, but I was not too happy with that shot. I just wasn't. I knew it was off. I don't know why I aimed that low. I shouldn't have. But I might just stay up here for a bit, since I do know that there is Roosevelt elk up here, and hopefully get a couple more males up here. That'll be pretty nice. Where the heck did he go? I want to say he went this way. Yeah, okay, he did. She's trying to pull like one of them tricks on us. Yeah, buddy, I already know that trick. Done it too many times. Well, I do know that he is in this area. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna do a sweep of the perimeter. See if we can find him. Okay. He went this way. I don't know if this might be his old track when he was coming towards us, but I wonder if he actually did go this way. Now I'm kind of curious if he did or not. No, it doesn't look like he went that way. Let's just head back down this way. I wonder if he went that direction then. If he didn't go this way, he must have went that way. Yeah, I think this might be his track. Yeah, it is. But I don't think that's the right track that we've been tracking. This might be the right track right here. Because a lot of his blood splatters right here. Looks like we're on the right track now. Check over this way and see if he went this direction. I usually like sleeping the whole parameter. Looks like nothing that way. Well, we do have 2 blood splatters here. So, let's see where actually this one leads off to. This one's leading this direction. Well, I don't think he went this direction, that's for sure, because... Oh, maybe he did. Hold up. Yeah, so he definitely did go this direction, okay. Yep, here's more blood. Looks like he's keep going this way. Just keep following down this direction. Hopefully we will meet up with him. He should be already dead by now. Oh, let's see. We got tracks here, we got tracks here, and we got tracks over there. Oh, we got a whole bunch of tracks around us. Golly, calm down, boy. Yeah, by the looks of everything. For some reason, I got a feeling he went up this way. But maybe not. He is taking us around in a circle, so it's kind of pain. Yeah, well. Looks like he's heading down this direction. He might be actually going down to the water, which that could be the case. Because he is running in this direction, like down this way. Yeah, I guarantee he's probably at the river right now. Probably dead down by the riverbed. I don't think he's going to have enough energy to cross that. If he does, I'm going to be shocked. He'll be dead somewhere around here. That trick, every time, I know that trick. Yeah, usually the tracks go back up here then. Gotta be down here somewhere. I can't believe he went across. There's no way. Let me just check down this way. I do know that it is a big area to, like, go through and all that. Circle up in this direction. That does look like one of his tracks, maybe. Yeah. Well, that's definitely how you track the elk, that's for sure. I mean, he must be almost... Even though this elk isn't big, I still want to get him. You know what, I might actually just give up on this guy, to be honest. You gotta be kidding me. Like, what? He must have did a loop then, I'm guessing. We're heading down that way, he must have looped back around, it looks like. Yeah, he definitely looped. And I'm not seeing any more blood from the intestines, so... Kinda got me wondering if he's actually, dead or not. I don't think he can heal from that, but he might be able to. I do know I won't be able to spawn him, though, if he is somewhere around here. Yeah, I just don't know. I'm just not finding him. Can't believe he went this far. Might actually just have to give up on him. I think next time, like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I rushed in on that shot, but I should have took my time and just waited till he stopped. I think I was just too much in a hurry. Which it happens. Another thing what could probably happen too back there is when I did end up shooting him, if he did go down, there is a bug what's going on with this game where when your animals spawn, like they'll spawn in different zones where you previous were at. I don't know if they fixed that or not. Actually, anything over in that direction? Nope. Bummer. Bummer. Hopefully there might be something down this way. Can't wait till I'm not that far down there yet. So far, we haven't seen anything besides that other elk back there. What I might actually do is go to a different zone, because we did spend a lot of our time up here. I do want to head back down here, maybe work ourselves down here. Best show back down here. So let's hit M and place on a marker. Let's get rid of this one and place it right down here. Okay, there we go. And I think that will be the direction that we will now head in. We'll see if we get anything down that way. I mean, we've been making good progress on this map by clearing out a lot of animals. So hopefully we'll end up getting some new ones that will end up being spawned in. But we'll just have to wait and see what we get. Another map I would love to go back hunting on is Loggers Point. I would love going back to revisit that place. One of these times. Might actually do that for a stream maybe tomorrow. Do some Logger Point. And see what we get. Is there actually anything down that way? Not seeing anything. Let's see. Let's open up the map again. So yeah, we're definitely getting closer to our destination, so we should start hearing calls, maybe? If there's anything around us. I would also love, after the Halloween event, gets done with, go back to Red Falls and do some Roseville elk hunting on Red Falls. Because apparently that's the best place to hunt for Roseville elk. It's actually a whitetail right down here, right down by the road. Can I see him? Not. I would love to see how big you are. I might actually try seeing if he can respond to the call. See if he ends up coming in. And if he gets close enough, I will see if we can do better with the bow, at least on him. for a shot. But I first want to see how big his rack is. Definitely looks like a big one. I like the white span on his rack. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, he actually has a pretty decent sized white span. And is it just him? Pretty sure it is just that one. Yeah, I like that white span. Let's see, it's just coming a little more. Okay, switch back to our binoculars. Okay, was that the same one? I just want to make sure it was. Yes, it was. I always make sure that it's the same deer that's calling, just in case there might be another one what would end up responding to the call and maybe be flanking, but that's only on rare occasions that will end up happening. Which actually, I might regret saying that to his rack. I mean, his rack is pretty decent and for the wide span, but I mean, I just don't like how his antlers are. But I'm still going to take them though. I mean, I would say these bucks right here are decent bucks. Like, these are decent sized bucks. These are not even like the huge giant ones. This buck is decent. I don't even consider this thing like a 10 out of 10. Okay, so he's coming over that way. The only downside of this, like, out of everything is... That looks like a pretty decent shot. I think it might have been just body. I don't think I got, like, any vital hits. I don't know. I guess body. Yep, body, told you. Every time. I'm just not doing good now. I should just, like, aim for broadside shots. I think that might be better. Let's just aim for the broadside. But it is what it is. I might not even track him because he's gonna live, and yeah, I'm just not gonna worry about it. Cause yeah, that's not gonna kill him. That's for sure. Plus, looking at the size on him, he was pretty small. We have almost been live for 3 hours. That's insane. I'm gonna keep heading over in this direction to see if there's anything over by the server. I'm hoping there might be, but just have to wait and see. Looks like we got some elk over there. Most of them elk over there look like majority of females. Other than that, I'm not seeing anything too fancy over here either. Yeah, I might actually just like transfer over to a different zone maybe. I might actually try back down here. Oh, I gotta wait 20 minutes. I mean, that's fine. I don't mind it. Is there just an elk there, or is that a blacktail as well? Or no, there. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3. There's a whitetail over there. I see. Looks like it's just alone by itself. Other than that, I'm not seeing too much more. So I might just move from this zone and start working my way down to the river again. Maybe. Yeah, I think that'd be best for us. Just going back to river. See what's over here. Let me just get rid of this and put that right here. Because I want to work myself over to like that four-way. No, I think it was like 4 or 3-way. River. Just so I can see like the both sides. Let's see. Can I just exit? Thank you. Keep heading down in this direction. And after the stream, I'm going to have to download everything into MP4, then go through all that editing process. We'll definitely see what happens. Let's see. Okay, so we are actually approaching the river, so that's pretty good. I'm surprised nothing has called yet. Well, my binoculars, and when I maybe get over up on this hill, I'll end up looking downwards and see if we can see anything moving down by the river. If not, I'll keep on progressing down to the river. We do have some more tracks right here. I'm gonna go pick these up and see what these are. Looks like another whitetail track. So we got some real whitetail in the area. They might actually be already down to the river, to be honest. Which that might be the case. If that is, we can end up seeing them maybe from up here. Holy smokes, I thought that was a non-typical form and I was about to be tripping out. Over here tripping balls for a minute. Okay, so we are going to put the ammo. That's a pretty big size buck. Yeah, that time, buddy, you ain't moving, boy. Sit your booty down. I'm pretty sure this was not the buck that we saw from the beginning of when we first started the server. Pretty sure this might be a different one. But, I mean, hey, we didn't hit intestines on this one. This one definitely got the lungs. I did hear a doe somewhere around, but I think that doe ran off. So that worked out perfect. Head down there, pick him up. I might actually take a Photoshop with this one. To be honest, this was probably the first blacktail I got in a hot minute. I can't remember the last time I shot blacktail in this game. It's been a while. But like I said, I am in blacktail zone, so I mean, they do run through here. It's just not as rare as like the other zones. But yeah, he was a pretty good, decent sized rack on him. He looked pretty nice. He's a 10 point. Okay, let's see how I'm going to do this. Okay, we're just going to go like right here. 157, not bad. I'll do a trophy shot. Why not? Crouch. Yeah, that's pretty nice. That's a good photo right there. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna probably move over here and maybe do some scouting over here and see if there's anything else walking near the riverbed. I was actually pretty shocked to actually see that blacktail being right there. I might actually work myself downwards now, see what happens. And this was also what I was talking about, the three-way connection. Because you got a river going that way, and then you got one going this way, and then one going down that way. I think it's 3 or 4. I don't know if the river goes that way too. Does it? Yeah, it might be a 4-way connection. But we'll just stay near the river and see what it comes down to there. And go from there. We have been live for 3 hours. This is definitely going to be a long, long upload. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I don't see anything over that side. Nothing crossing. Okay. Let's see. Anything over there? Doesn't look like it. Gonna keep to this side and keep moving up straight. I was really hoping that something may come down through, but I guess not. I don't really see too many animals coming down this direction. But I do hear something. Something I really like. That elk is over there. Right across the railroad tracks. I might actually end up working my way over there just to get a spot on him. I do want to know how big he is. If he's bigger than the other one, I'll definitely end up taking him. I don't care for you little tiny elk. I want this big one. Bro, why are every single elk on this game always so small? Like this guy over here, he's small. I thought he was gonna be bigger than that. He's gonna be bigger than that. Wait, was this the elk I shot earlier? There ain't no way. Smoked him. I didn't miss that time. I felt good with that shot. Yeah, keep moving, you female. Keep moving. Might as well just get up and just walk over there. I don't think there's any more male elks around. As far as I'm not seeing them. Yeah, but this guy was definitely a small one. He wasn't nothing too fancy. 86, probably the smallest elk that I've shot so far. Well, at least I said like I said like before, I was going to get an elk and I got an elk. Not the biggest, but we definitely got a Roosevelt elk in the stream. So I did one of the objectives that I said I was going to do for the stream was to get a Roosevelt elk with the bow, which did happen. But was it the big one that we wanted? No. But we still got a Roosevelt elk, which I'm happy about. I'm going to keep working myself down this way. I might actually go across the railroad tracks, see what we can find. But geez, we've been on this map for 3 hours. 3 hours we've been hunting this map. And we didn't come across anything good. Except that blacktail and maybe that big whitetail we saw. And that giant moose. Like them 2 giant mooses that we got. Besides that, we haven't seen anything unique yet. But you gotta know this game takes a lot of patience. A lot of patience people don't have. Let's see, is there anything over that side? Doesn't look like it. Just gonna keep walking across here. Nothing over there. I think it's already been 20 minutes, hasn't it? Yeah, I mean, if we did even go across here, and we did end up, say, we got over in here, I really don't think we might even see anything. We might, actually, know what, I'm going to do it. Why not? We're already, like, across the railroad track, so why not do it? Is this even a railroad track? No, this is just a bridge. But we're almost across the bridge. I mean, I would like to see what's over here anyway. I mean, we've been all over this map. Like, crazy. Like, I'm just, like, shocked on how much progress I have made in this stream just on this map. Like, from where we have been. Oh, actually, we got my whitetail right up here. Oh, shoot, stop running. I'm gonna scare my deer. I'm not sure how big he is. Hopefully he's a decent sized one. We would just have to see for ourselves. We do end up finding a non-typical, that would be insane. Oh, okay, I moved because now I can see him. Oh, that guy's a big boy. Holy crap. I can't, yeah, I mean, I missed him, but it is what it is. I don't know, I still don't, I'm happy I missed that guy. You know what, I'm happy. You know what, no. I'm very glad I missed that guy. Yeah, he was big, but it just wasn't the one I wanted. Wait, hold up. Oh, oh, he up there. Never mind. I don't care if he up there. But yeah, he was big, but I just don't know. His rack was just not it for me. Was this the same deer? There ain't no way this was the same deer. I think it was. Yeah, just look at that rack. I just don't like how it's all laid out. Don't get me wrong, I'll still take them though. Let's see. Going back this way. Let's see. Right there on the road. Might be able to get him from here. Got him. My scope was moving too much. I didn't like that. But he did get dropped. After this deer, I might actually end it here. I mean, we made a lot of progress. We traveled a lot around the whole map. We explored the whole map. I think we got a lot done in the stream, especially getting like a lot of deer and animals. We did get a lot of big ones. We did get a lot of small ones. But hey, at the end of the day, this game's RNG. You can't pray for everything. But yeah, it was, man, it was a hell of a journey today. Did like so much progress, and I'm happy about it. And and to end it, we got a pretty decent sized whitetail, so it's pretty nice. I might as well. Why not take a trophy shot for the end? You know, for the end, for the end. End it with a trophy shot. But yeah, I'll be live tomorrow. I will be like I think tomorrow for that stream I'll probably be over on Longest Point, but we'll see what happens. But hey, like I said, we'll see you on the next one.